trainers, travelers, and battlers. You know what it is? Jay Devin back with another video. And today, we learn a great lesson about Bronzong, the beatdown bell. I did not see this coming. I got rid of my ground coverage. I didn't have a Steelix. I didn't have a Flygon. I had nothing to really answer Bronzong. I didn't even have my Alolan Marowak anymore, which would be the perfect counter for Bronzong. In every situation, correct me if I'm wrong, Bronzong is going to lose to Alolan Marowak. I made the one mistake that I've been preaching on this channel so far, and that's to have great general coverage for any kind of situation. I got rid of that general coverage. I wanted to go top of the line meta, like I've been reading on Reddit, and it was a mistake! Shout out to Reacts. This guy, thank you very much for battling. He's the top of the line, the creme de la creme when it comes to the Silph Arena tournaments in our area. He's also the person who hosts our venue. So thank you, not only for hooking up all of us with the amazing venue, but to battling with me for a minute today, because I learned a great lesson about what to go in with and what not to go in with. So I was flabbergasted to see him open up. I felt like Altaria is a strong, safe lead, but not against Bronzong. The Heavy Slam, I already know I have to block it. That's going to destroy me, so I have to just do as much damage as I can with Altaria, the damage-dealing beast, and try to get rid of the Bronzong. But really, I was not going to use both shields. His Bronzong's almost gone at this point, and I know my Lucario is going to be able to take care of him. But he has the perfect Pokemon to come in with, a Lucario versus a Lucario. The Karate Chop action tilts me. I had nothing I could really do at this point. I'm like, unless he has a Bastiodon, which he did. I was like, okay, if he doesn't have a Bastiodon to answer my Bastiodon, it's GG's and I can take the W. But, you know, Reacts being the top of the line creme de la creme, of course he has a Bastiodon. Of course he does. Oh, it was great. It was really great. It's better to go up against somebody who has teams like this, somebody who looks into situations. Make sure when you're training and you're practicing with people that you go up against people who you know you have a good chance against losing against. I learned so much from it. Well, there you can technically see I had a Steelix, but when I went into practice, I try to treat my practice battles like it's an actual tournament. And the reason why is because I want to really test what I would actually go into a tournament with. I don't want to spar and battle with people just to see, you know, who can win. I want to test my team of 6 that I've actually put together for situations like this. So it was perfect. I need to take something out for some kind of ground coverage. Well, look, probably in the next video, we're going to look into how we can change our lineup to include some ground coverage. I'm thinking a little Marowak like he just brought out. It's going to be great for general coverage against a lot of things. It's a direct answer for Lucario. It can do some good damage against Bastiodon. And if I'm going to be battling against Reacts, I know I have to have something to answer Bronzong. And I'm not sure how I feel about it, because that's going to be assuming he actually goes into the tournament with the Bronzong. And look at this, too. He had a Blaziken. I'm tilted! He takes out the Bastiodon, and my Lucario is going to die. Insta-die. The Blaziken counter is primo. That is the ideal matchup for him against Lucario. This meta, I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. The meta is the meta for a reason. But there's an anti-meta. So really, in my opinion, there is no meta. Because there's going to be an anti-meta for the meta and an anti-anti-meta for the anti-meta. Bruh. There's always going to be answers, guys. This is why, please, listen to me when I say this. You need to have good coverage. Because if you go into a tournament feeling confident like I was in these practice battles today, not having good coverage, you will lose. You will most certainly lose every single time. Because people can be creative. I think I said this in one of my previous videos. People are going to be creative with the teams they build. They want to have something that you are not going to see coming. And I didn't see Bronzong coming. So, if this was a real tournament, I try to treat it like it is. I would have lost. I would not have taken first place because he had Bronzong, which I never would have seen coming. I've seen people talk about it, but I didn't really want to test it or try it out myself because I know there's better options than Bronzong. But turns out, if you don't have something for Bronzong, the beatdown bell, you're going to lose. Now, Lucario's going to be putting in some work, but of course he has Lucario to answer my Lucario. This is the only one we ended up winning because I had the ideal matchup at the end, right? It's all about, for this Kingdom Cup, it's all about what Pokemon you're going to be going in with. So you need to make the right choice and build a team that's going to have good coverage for the other team. You need to really look at their lineup and say, okay, what would I do if I had their lineup? And then you need to kind of answer for yourself what you would go in with versus what they have and what you would go in with in that situation. I was really confusing, I know, but I feel like that's the best way to put it. My train of thought for things can be a little weird sometimes. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but you know, it is what it is. So it opens up with the Bronzong again. I feel like this is a good way to go down. At this point, I'm feeling like well, you know, RIP, rest in peace for our undefeated streak, because we built it. I really thought I had a team that was going to be undefeatable, but it turns out it doesn't exist. It does not exist. There's no unbeatable team. This meta, oh my gosh, this Kingdom Cup meta it's intense, it's fun. You can be creative with teams like you've seen Reacts do here. GG's, my man. Because you can be creative and still win. If people don't have something for Bronzong, they're going to take the massive L. We felt pretty good about taking out this Shoutout, but of course, you know, he's so tanky. He's too tanky. Even for Lapras, he's going to be too tanky. Lapras can water gun and surf. And in that situation, when I didn't have any shields left, the Bastiodon's going to take the win. You know, Bastiodon, the monster tank, you've probably seen that in the previous video. He can put in some crazy good work. And that's why people have Lucario. That's what the meta is. When there's one Pokemon that goes unchecked, if you don't have an answer for that Pokemon, you're going to lose. That's what the meta is. You say, if I don't have any answer for their team, I'm going to lose. Their team that you would lose against, that is the meta. So this last round, I mean, we ended up, the one we just saw a second ago was the only one I won. The rest of these are going to be L's. So if you don't want to see me take a massive L, go ahead and click off the video. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for watching. But the Surf is going to take us out. We're going to go back in with the Lapras versus the Lapras. I'm almost 100% confident he's going to go in with the Surf, so I decided to take the Surf to the face. It is what it is. I wanted to charge up as much as I could so I could hopefully Dragon Pulse, something that he had coming out, which it was kind of it wasn't a terrible idea that I, saved up the charge because we were able to do some work here on this Lucario, but at the same time, I probably should have used at least one shield when I had my Lapras out, because we probably could have done a lot better. As you saw, the Lucario almost died, and we could have potentially changed this matchup a little bit by just using the shield, but maybe not, because he had the Bastiodon afterwards, so the meta is the meta for a reason. We wanted to go in to do some more battles. I think the first time we did a best of 3, and he wanted to do another best of 3. He just felt like practicing some more. So, we just kept on going. At this point, I was thinking, I have to switch something up. Something has to be different. But I was also really scared of the Bronzong. It really terrifies me. It's going to haunt me in my dreams. So I felt, I'm like, you know what? Let's lead with the Charizard. Because if he leads with a Bastiodon, I can switch out to Lucario and all is good. And he did. I was like, okay, maybe we got him this time. Maybe we're good. Maybe we don't need ground coverage. Maybe we could just stick it with the Charizard and destroy the Bronzong. Well, I got a little greedy and I decided to charge up instead of, using what I had against the Bronzong, because I could have either taken it out or baited a shield. Don't do that. If you're going up against a Bronzong with the Charizard and you have a Blast Burn and they have shields, don't try and charge up too much, guys. The confusion is strong. It's like the Force. Bronzong is the Force. He's a Jedi Bell. Anyways, I'm not even going to shield against this Lucario coming up. because it's GG's. I'm done. Also, GG's to the video because it's over. If you enjoyed, drop a like and subscribe, and have a freaking good day.